Good evening, good evening. Thank you very, very much for coming to the third demo day of Wagon Tokyo. My name is Sylvain. For those of you who don't know me, I'm here with Paul, and together we co-founded Wagon in Tokyo back in February earlier this year. How many of you never ever heard about Wagon? Not so many. Oh, we do have a few people, okay. How many of you do not know so much about Wagon? Okay, we have a few more people. Awesome. So in one very, very short sentence, Wagon is a coding bootcamp. So before we launched Wagon in Tokyo, Paul had been living in Tokyo for 7 years. I was coming on and off. I hadn't moved to Japan yet. And we were going to a lot of events, startup events, entrepreneur events, pitch events like that as well. And we were meeting a lot of creative people who wanted to launch companies. They had a lot of ideas, but they didn't really have the technical skills to enable them to launch those companies. So that's why, together with Paul, we decided to bring Wagon from France to Japan. We wanted to give to those creative people the technical skills to enable them to launch their product, to launch their startup, to launch their idea. So how do we do this? Well, throughout 9 weeks of intense coding bootcamp, we teach our students all of the technical skills they need to launch their product. So we teach them HTML, CSS, Ruby, Rails, all of the technical skills to launch a web product. But Wagon, as most of our students already discovered, Wagon is not only about technical skills. Our students also learn to work in teams. Working in team is not easy. I guess all of our students can share some funny stories. You have fights, you have arguments. So they learn how to work in teams. They also learn how to design and prototype a product, and also learn how to use on a daily basis all of the tools that real entrepreneurs use. I'm thinking about Slack, I'm thinking about GitHub and Git, I'm thinking about methodology as well, agile methodology. And this combination of technical skills that we teach them and working methodology, I believe, changes the mind of our students, changes the mindset, and open them up to new opportunities. Tonight, you are going to see 5 products that our students delivered. They have been working on those products for only 10 days. They went from concept to design to prototyping to coding a fully functional website in actually 9 days. I see a few faces of engineers in the room, a few. I guess those engineers can actually attest that this is a really impressive feat to be able to develop what our students have been able to develop in 9 days. It's something really impressive. This adventure, we are always happy to go through this kind of adventure with Paul. So we have a few alumni in the back. I'm really sorry for them. And I always say the same thing, like the first batch was really awesome, the second batch was probably even more awesome, and then the third batch. And then, yeah, I'm sorry. And it always goes up and up. We had 9 students, and then 11, and then 20 students. And this batch has really been an awesome adventure for us. People put all of their energy into the batch, and it's great to see those 20 students coming every day and learning with us. Last but not least, before we move to the pitches, there are a few people I really want to thank. First of all, we want to thank Impact Hub Tokyo, and mostly Misaki in the back, who is a community manager of Impact Hub Tokyo. They are helping us so much. They are letting us use their space first. We are organizing events. Sometimes we organize a lot of events and they end super late, and people from Impact Hub Tokyo are staying until 10:30, 11 just to clean up our shit. This is true. That's the first thing. Brussels Beer Project, they are kind of sponsoring a bit our events as well, mainly the demo day and our launch parties and stuff. It's a really, really cool craft beer company coming from Brussels, from Belgium originally, but they also have a bar in Shinjuku. You're going to be able to taste some of their drinks tonight, so if you want to check out the bar, you can check it out tonight. And also, all of the people who come to our events, so some of you, I see some very, very familiar faces who come to our events really often. People who gave talks, we had the chance to have talks from, this time, 500 Startups Japan. We had an engineer from Google, and that was really, really good talk. We had Gengo coming for talks. So we really want to thank all of those people, and without them, this adventure wouldn't be possible. And that's pretty much it. Without further ado, we're on for the first pitch, and I'm going to welcome Sake-san.
Good evening. I'm Charles from Wagon, Tokyo, and tonight I will share with you something that changed my life. In fact, that changed the way, in fact, I'm able to choose, make decisions in life. I will share with you a tool that I will share with you a discovery I did about a tool that allows you to choose the best sake for the best occasion. Its name is Sake-san. And why sake? You know, I'm sure you all know sake, but sake is quite delicious, fantastic, but already as well very difficult to understand. Difficult because you cannot always understand the label. You don't have an idea about the price. You want to be able to compare it. And as you know that in Japan, only 7% of the people who drink alcohol, it's sake. And if you're going to US, it goes to only 1% of the consumption is about sake. There is a big opportunity. And I propose you tonight to share with you my discovery. Donc, let's go to this journey. Here is this fantastic app where maybe, let's imagine that you are in a restaurant and you want a sake and you don't know, donc you ask the chef. Donc let's ask the chef for the best sake, and he proposes you something. He proposes you this, as example, fantastic bottle, and you want to be able to test it. Then I will ask my colleague to put me in the right situation. And thanks to this app, you are allowed to search by scan. Here we are. Perfect. It allows you then to have the best information about the name of the sake, the rating. Rating 2 by the consumer. I'm not so convinced. Maybe this chef is trying to trick me. I see the price, 200. He proposed me 3 times the price. I'm not really convinced. The review is sometimes okay, but most of the time not convincing. Then I will maybe trying to compare this sake with others with the same characteristic, and maybe let's try this one. This fantastic sake, and Sake-san allow me to have a very clear and synthetic view on the two sake with the comparison by price, rating, and dryness. And I see that the second bottle look like better. Look, I will maybe choose for this one. And I see that the rating is quite better. Look, I'm quite convinced. I think I will save it for later in my profile to allow me to buy it later if I want it. And here you can see my profile. You discover I'm Charles Eckhout. I love sake and sake loves me. I'm from Belgium. Nice to meet you. And I can see the sake I've just saved here from the restaurant I was, and others as well, because I'm using this app quite often. Let's go into another situation, a situation where I'm home and I want to have maybe an idea of the best sake I could buy with a criteria as well, with a price range of between 240 and let's say 800. I'm quite comfortable, I think, in this view, because I want a really good sake, like rate 4. For a taste, let's say a sweet sake, I think I'm quite in line with this. And it's magic. I can see a full list of sake, and I want to taste maybe this one, Akabu Junmai sake. I think I'm sure you know it. And I'm quite convinced, in fact. Then I decide that I will buy it. And Sake-san redirect me to a third-party company that you know, Rakuten, where I can have a full view on this. I can buy, in fact, this sake. But let's imagine as well that you are in a shop, in a convenience store, and you want maybe to, you have no idea about what kind of sake you could have, and you want to have an idea or you want a suggestion because you are doing a dinner with meat and you see that Sake-san propose you a selection of sake that goes well with meat, and you see a full, again, range of products that allow you to make your dinner a success. And as example, you can choose it, have full information, you see the reviews, and in fact, you buy it and you think it's so fantastic that you want to make a review. You are logged in your profile and you write something like, I taste it, or very, very, very tasty sake, as example, tasty sake, and I think I'm quite optimistic, I will put 5. And I create this review, and as you can see, Charles just rates this sake, and it makes the ratings evolved from 3 to 3 as well, because as you know, it's a tool that based on average. It means that my contribution didn't change quite much. You can imagine that it means that as well a lot of people review the sake. Look, my personal contribution impacted positively, but not enough to make from 3 to 4 stars. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this presentation. But first I end this presentation, I would like to thank all my team that can stand up. I don't know where they are. Please stand up. I will present. I would like to present Saikon, our back-end expert, Shino, the front-end and as well the back-end expert, and Nima, our lead developer, back-end expert, the guy who is able to change everything in a second. Where we panicked, he's there, and without them, for sure, it will never be possible. Thank you very much.
That's great. With a little bit of French accent. Actually, I have good news. We have a little bit of time, maybe 5 minutes for a question. If some of you have questions, and I'm trying not to break the stage, you can raise your hand. We have just 2 minutes. Yes.
So I'm curious about the monetization of the app. You mentioned Rakuten, of course. Is it feasible to be taking a cut off of the price? Would you be putting that burden on Rakuten or on the customer?
I think about monetization of this concept of this website, the big opportunity are in the relationship we will be able to build with local producer, local online platform. Rakuten is the number one, but I'm sure that if we create a close partnership with local brewery or a local online platform, we'll be able to monetize, to make deal, and why not to have a percentage on each buy that went through our website. Yeah. Another question?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the concept is amazing. Being a sake fan myself, excellent presentation. My question is, if if the spread of sake, if the fan base is so small, how do you build up the body of information to provide enough reviews and enough comments and also the catalog of sake itself? Do you have, I know it's only been 9 days, but do you have an idea of how you could possibly, for example, integrate Japanese users into the app and then in a bilingual way sort of, I mean, the comments might not come through, but the ratings or the catalog of available sakes. What are your thoughts there?
There is two elements for me in your question. It first is the side of when we are talking about database. And the other side is the side about rating and how I bring more traffic on my website to reach this critical level of number of ratings and make my website alive and not dying from a side. The first is database. We know that the database is there. There is a very, very complete database about sake. The issue could be maybe the accessibility. If we go further with this project, we will for sure need to contact the organization of sake of Japan, that I'm sure is quite developed and strong, and I'm sure will be happy to help us in this process, to give us access to all the full database that they have about sake. And the other part is how I reach a critical level of traffic on my website, and that will be, I think, about convincing the user that the app is the best for the use they want. We really want to be the app that allows the consumer to choose the best sake for the best occasion. Means we really want to be relevant, and we think that the compare tool that we bring in this app will make the difference versus the others. But for sure, it's a challenge. And as we have learned during these nice days, what we will do is we will quickly launch a viable model, see if it works, kill it if it doesn't work, make something different, and test it again. And when we will find the perfect model, we will invest massively, and we will count on you for sure to support us in this initiative.
Thank you. That's the time I need to just fill the blanks for the next team. Oh, it's already on. We're gonna welcome around the corner. And Becca is getting ready.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Impact Hub. I'm Olivia. Can I get a show of hands of people who have lived here in this neighborhood for more than 2 years? Awesome, not bad. How about more than 10 years? Cool. Okay, show of hands of people who have been here for less than 6 months. All right, pretty good. So there are 2 kind of people in this room, those who are local, and those who have been here maybe max 3 months for a coding bootcamp. As somebody who has been here for a long time, I know the area pretty well. I know all the cool izakayas, I know all the cool espresso places, the onsens, all this stuff that the newcomers might not know about. I love to show people around. I really enjoy taking my friends to these places. Like, I know that they wouldn't normally know about this stuff if I didn't take them there. I really enjoy like showing off all this cool stuff, and I love the look on people's faces when they sip the best latte in Tokyo. Our app around the corner is something that makes this process so much easier and more enjoyable for everybody. All I have to do is pick one of these categories, things that you might just find in your neighborhood, make a post about it, make like a tour. And on this website, people from around the area, people who are new, who just moved, can search these little cards I have and book me as a tour guide. All I have to do, basically, go up on the top and add an experience. It's sorry, it takes a little bit. You can add photos, you can add a ton of cool information that people will be able to check out the area before they even book a tour. right, awesome. All I need to do is add a quick title. I think I'm gonna take somebody on a spa tour because I know I love onsen and it's unique to this area, so onsen. That's a good title, right? Self-explanatory. Quick description, hot spring within walking distance. There's one actually in Musashikuyama, which is 2 kilometers from here. So this incentive thing is pretty cool. I can do it for free, or I can request that my neighbor that I'm taking on tour just buy me like a cup of green tea after our experience. So I get something out of it, they have a good experience, and we can bond over a cup of tea. Availability, I'm gonna put this weekend because it's been a kind of stressful 2 weeks and I can take some time. Category, obviously, relax and unwind. I think that's probably my favorite category out of all these. So, quick choose a photo that I found today of this very onsen. So all I have to do is upload this. It appears on the site, and my neighbor friends can search for me and book this experience.
Hi, I don't think I've actually introduced myself, but I'm Rebecca Ellis Shao. Sometimes I call myself Bex, and nice to meet you guys. And before I go on, I'm just gonna go on a short tangent. I have just recently found out that in my hometown there is a 1 mile long underground tunnel and a glass church that I've never been to, but now that I'm in Japan, I guess I don't have opportunity to go anymore. And now that I've been in Japan for 2 months now, I realized I still don't really know anything about Meguro, this area that I'm in. I don't know the name of any restaurants, and I don't know what I don't know. So that's when I realized there is this website called Around the Corner, and it really does what I need and more. So let's go on this website, and I can go to my profile, just show you around. And when I go on profile, I can see what I wrote by myself. For example, I like shoyu ramen and really fluffy cats. I think there was a fluffy cat around actually. And as you can see, I mostly have bookings because I'm a new neighbor around. I don't know anything, so I want to go on as much experience around the neighborhood as I can. And since I am not a person who lived here for a long time, I have nothing under experience. And I can also go to my calendar really quick to just have a calendar view of all the bookings that I have. Yeah, it's a lot because I just moved here. I want to learn a lot. But for now, let's go back to the home because I want to book something. Cool. I actually like these categories. My personal favorite category is the coffee one because as a student, I love going to cafe shops to study. I'm always in search of better coffee shops. But let's go back, and I also really like the category Great Workout because as a new foreigner in Japan, someone who doesn't know how to speak Japanese, it's hard to find a good gym, and I need to stay fit because I eat a lot of good Japanese food, and so I need to stay fit. But today, since it's been 2 long weeks of lots of coding, so I'm gonna click on something, relax and unwind. And when I click on this, I can see all the results that shows up nearby because it's for my neighborhood. And I want something soon, so I'm gonna select a date for tomorrow. And I'm gonna put in a date for tomorrow and click search. And there are some results for tomorrow, great. And I guess I'll just pick a random marker on the map. And wow. I never knew there were onsens nearby. I always thought there's something in the mountains, but I guess there's an onsen nearby. And if I look around the page, I can see some description of the experience and some description of the person taking me on the experience. And if I scroll down to the bottom of the page, I can see the other experience that this neighbor knows about. And I'm gonna read the biography really quick, and I think we have some similar interests. So I will book this experience for tomorrow. And now I just gotta wait for confirmation, and I'm ready to go. Cool.
Okay, it's Saturday, and it looks like somebody's already booked me. Are you Becca?
Hey, Olivia. I was looking on my phone on around the corner on me, and I saw like you really like shoyu ramen and really fluffy cats.
Really fluffy
like
cats,
the only
yes.
really fluffy ones, yeah, like the one,
yeah.
yeah. And I think it's really cool how I can just find someone with similar interests just like this.
Are you ready to go onsen?
Yes, yes.
Let's go.
And so basically, I think this website allows me to know my neighborhood better and allows me to meet someone from my neighborhood while doing something I enjoy. And I feel like it really aims at integrating the neighbors back into the neighborhood. And thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Maybe you want to introduce your team as well?
Yes. And I also like to thank my teams. There's those two right there, Armand on the back end and Olivia on the front end. There's also Zara. Can you stand up or wave your hand? She is an amazing back-end person, and thanks to these people, we are able to do this project. And I also would like to thank the teachers and the TAs who help us so much with this project, and for our friends and family who have supported us so much through these past 2 hard weeks. Yeah.
I think we have time for one question. One answer. Rob, you have questions? Okay, let's move to the next page. So it's going to be a bit more heavy atmosphere, but I think Enzo is going to handle that really well. You ready? Okay, awesome.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Enzo, and this here is my wingman, Shun. I hope you guys are having a good night. Thank you all for coming. I know it's a holiday, and I'm really grateful for you guys to spend it with us here. So before I begin, I'd like to just inform everyone that the topic of our app is a little more serious compared to the others, but I still hope that you'll be able to find our app useful. So let's start. So I'm sure many of us had a difficult moment in our lives when we had some problems and we didn't know what to do. Perhaps we wanted to talk to someone, but we didn't want to burden other people with our problems, or perhaps we just didn't know who to talk to. And we probably felt like we were completely alone. In Japan, this problem is all too common. According to some studies, 1 out of 5 Japanese will experience a form of depression in their lifetime. Also, every year, around 20,000 Japanese people commit suicide. That's around 50 per day. And most of these people were depressed. So obviously, depression is a serious problem in this country. And the thing is, there are proven ways to help these people to deal with this problem. Like one way is through psychological therapy or counseling. But even if counseling is available throughout the country, it seems like it's not reaching those who need it the most. You see, one challenge in this country is that people have a tendency to keep problems to themselves. And some even find it shameful to seek help from others. And another challenge is that those who are depressed are usually the ones who are most busy. So for them, it's just too inconvenient to look for a counselor, to book a meeting, and attend that meeting. So again, professional help is available, but doesn't seem to be reaching those who need it the most. So our company is here to help. We would like to introduce to you Counselor. It's an online platform where people can get professional help. It's fast, convenient, and private. So allow me to give you a tour. So our primary target market is Japan, but we would also like to cater to the English-speaking community. So let's get started by clicking this button. So here we are given a short survey regarding our needs and concerns so that the system can match us with counselors with the necessary specializations. Great, so we're matched with 3 counselors to choose from, and we can check their profiles to learn more about them. So once we've selected the counselor, all we need to do now is to fill out the necessary fields. And if you've noticed, so the people who are going to sign up are required to put a username. So this will be used to identify them to their counselor. It acts like a layer of privacy in case they don't want their identities to be revealed. And just like that, we are connected to our counselor, Ian. Great. So now we're in the dashboard. If we move our attention to the lower middle portion of the dashboard, we have our goals tracker. So the goals tracker allows the user to set goals that are relevant to their counseling. So for instance, I read that meditation is actually good for mental health. So as one of my goals, I'd like to put in practice meditation. Great, easy, right? So if you've also noticed, we already have 3 default goals. The first one being is to rate our mood today. If we move our attention to the lower right-hand corner of the dashboard, we have some emojis there that would represent our mood for today. So the mood tracker, once per day, it asks the user to rate his mood. Right now I'm feeling pretty good. Not that good. Too late. Anyway, so right now we only have 1 record, so it's just a dot. But the longer we use the app, it should look something like this. So this enables the user to track if he's making progress. So let's move on to our second goal. Okay, our next goal would be to chat with our counselor. So let's see if he's online. Oh great, he's online. Let's say hi and try to book a meeting for today. So our app enables users to book live sessions, and these sessions can be done through live chat, voice call, or video calls. Oh, great. So let's book a meeting. Let's go to the calendar. Great. So to start the meeting, all we have to do is click the booking in the calendar. So by clicking that, it opens up this app called Zoom. It's our partner app. Users will be required to install it, but it's completely lightweight. So while we're waiting for our counselor to be connected, I'm sure you're wondering how much the service costs. Right now, it's just 5,000 yen as a weekly subscription. It includes unlimited chat access to the counselor and 1 live session, which is 1 hour long. Is he connected? Oh, great. That's our counselor, Ian. Say hi, guys.
Hi, Ian.
Hey. So just like that, with counselor, professional help is a few clicks away. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my team, Shun, Ian, and Kazuya. Where are you? There you are. And also I'd like to thank the team, the Wagon team, and the alumni for helping us. You know, without your help, we wouldn't have been able to do this. Thanks. So, questions?
Oh, we have a question on that.
Okay.
How to register to the platform?
Exactly, yes. Well, the thing is that last year I did a movie about Renaishi in Japan, so I spent a lot of time among these people, so I know this subject extremely well, and I love the idea because I can see how the whole Renaishi market is changing. But the thing is that Japanese people treat Renaishi as counselors, right?
Sorry?
Japanese people treat Uranaishi as a counselors.
Uranaishi
Fortune tellers.
Oh, okay.
Right? In Japan, people wouldn't go to a counselor because it's considered as a shrink, which actually makes people feel like there's something terribly wrong with the brain, so they would rather go to Uranaishi, to the fortune teller, to speak to them. So how do you overcome this problem in Japan?
Maybe some people feel that way, but I'm pretty sure not everyone. So But perhaps,
Rename the app with an idea.
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that would completely make it feel lighter, definitely. Yeah, probably more appealing. But we'd have to charge more though.
Cool. Misaki has a question. Do you speak loud, Misaki?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your presentation. And as you said, there are so many people committing suicide, jumping into the train and kill themselves. But I was wondering, like, what is actually the target customer? Because those who commit suicide their kind of mechanism is quite instant, and then when they think killing themselves is quite let's say occasional. And there's one service called Inochi no Denwa, where you can make a phone call, people killing themselves, or like they stop you or whatever. So, but I think this service is not about that. So, if not like who you are thinking about and what, you know, if you have a thought on that kind of thing.
Yeah, like he said, there's some people who are really, I guess, prone to commit suicide. And the thing is, it's not just them who are sad people. Some people are more resilient, but they're depressed and they can't help it. So our target would be them. At least we hope that it won't be like, we won't reach them at the last moment. That's our hope. And we're looking for a longer term solution. So counseling takes time, and yeah, if someone's going to kill themselves, I guess it would be better for them to go to those emergency services instead of our service. But of course, they're welcome to try our service.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I can talk about it too, I guess. Who are these counselors that you plan on talking to? Are these professionally trained people who, like you mentioned about shrinks who might expect a certain price range in terms of things? Are these people just willing to talk to people who need like a friendly face? Or like how would that work?
yeah, good question. We're planning to talk to like real counselors who are certified, have the right qualifications, not just people who are, you know, who did a little bit of training, how to talk to people, or suicide, you know, what's the other word for counseling? Yeah, you get the point, right? But of course, it's going to be a big challenge for us if we're going to push through with the app, because there's got to be a lot of convincing. Of course, some counselors, I think they charge around 10,000 yen per session, so it's kind of expensive. And for our app, the advantage would be they don't need to rent an office space, so they could save on that. They just need an internet and their laptop, so they could work at home. So it could be convenient.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Our next project is going to remind something to our host here, Misaki, as well. It's gonna be related to co-working spaces a little bit, and the fact to find space to work in Tokyo, which can be a pain sometimes. So introducing Takuya-san and Skill for Space.
Hello, I'm Takuya from Skill for Space. Again, thank you very much for coming here tonight. I'm really happy to be here. So, you know, I'm a student of the Wagon now, and I will finish this coding bootcamp today. And after that, I really would like to develop my own product, since I'm really confident to develop my own stuff. So for that, I would like to find really nice co-working space. hopefully with super fast Wi-Fi, and I'm coffee lover, so I want free coffee. And if possible, so if I could use co-working space, I of course want to meet with the people there, like entrepreneurs. And if possible, I want to use that space for free. Don't laugh at me. How do you think? Do you think I can find that nice place for free? Oh, thank you for many answers. The answer is yes, you can, and I can with Skill for Space. So let me explain about our service. So we, Skill for Space, matches the people who want to find a nice place and who has some skills. And on the other hand, with the space owner who has unused space in their home, in their office, or maybe in their restaurant. So we match them on this platform. So on this Skill for Space, you can find, of course, office, co-working space, and event space like Impact Hub, and of course, music studio, dance studio, and maybe kitchen or garage. And the different from the other service is we don't ask users to pay money, like I said, for free. Instead of that, we ask users to provide their skill to the space owners. So now let me find some nice co-working space for me with this service. So since now I'm in Tokyo, I will work in Tokyo. And with the skills, since I'm really confident to provide my programming skill, so let me choose programming and let's search it. Cool. Now I've got a few options. So since I've told, so I want to use super fast Wi-Fi. So the right top one, super fast Wi-Fi with 5 stars. Let me check it. It looks really creative space, and yeah, that's nice. Can you go down? And it's in Shibuya, so I can go there by bike. I actually come here by bike. And they require programming skill, and they are asking me to renew their website, and they require Ruby on Rails skill. Okay, it might be my first project, so it must be challenging, but I will try my best. And it has super fast Wi-Fi and free coffee, yes. Sounds great. And according to the reviewer, so okay, it seems it's also a nice place for networking. Okay, sounds great. So let me book this space. Confirm. Yes, it seems successful. Yes. So now I got a message from the space owner. So let me say hi to him. Like, hi. Can I come and visit your place? So maybe next week? It's actually working, and on the other side, the space owner is typing something right now. So let's wait until I get a message from him. Oh, super fast. Okay, yes, he's available on next Monday from 9 a.m. Okay, cool, so I'm gonna visit there. Let's say, yeah, great, I will drop by. All right, so I look forward to see him, and I look forward to be there. Oh, I've got a message from Debbie. Who's Debbie? I forgot her name. So let me check the mailbox. Ah, right, Debbie. So she's the owner of co-working space in Osaka, and I used her space when I was in Osaka last week. And as I see the message, so it seems she wants me to write review on her space. So let me write a review. So to write a review, let me go to my bookings and write review on her. And just make it simple, so great space for the title. And thank you very much for the content. And I'm also optimist, so let's give 5 stars for her. And post review. And now you can see my review is on her profile, so, and also on her space, you can see my review and my 5 stars for the other users. So this is the end of the user journey. And again, so we, Skillful Space, matches the people who have skill and who want to find some nice space, and the space owner who has unused space and who needs the help from the expert. This is Skillful Space. Thank you very much. And as well, so let me introduce my best teammates. The guy is Paul, as a backend developer and operator of the presentation. John, with the blue sweater, he's super backend developer. And Debbie, as a front-end developer. And me, Takuya, front-end developer and product manager. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Do we have time for a question? Yeah, we have a bit of time. Oh yeah, Mark.
Okay, I'll just shout it.
Yeah, shout out now.
Hello. I think it's a really interesting idea, and actually when you were talking about this office that you found in Shibuya, that sounds exactly like our office. And,
I think it was a picture of your office.
Wi-Fi, we have free coffee.
That's nice.
And actually, it's a really interesting idea. I'm really interested in it. You know, we're often looking for help with things like copywriting and content creation. We always need more help with development and so on. So I just wanted to say, first of all, it's actually a really interesting idea. And
Thank you.
if you do want someone to sign up to offer their office, then give me a shout and I'll happily join you.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else has a space? Or? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have space, but how do you verify?
Sorry?
Like, whose responsibility is to vet the individuals to check see they have the skills? Is it your responsibility or the vendors or the workspace?
At this time, it's not yet our responsibility, but user can register their skills on their profile, and the space owner also can check their profile before accepting the request from the users.
Yes.
In your example, what happens when you finish helping them renew their website and you want to continue working in their space?
Okay, so I'm sorry, I forgot to explain that. But on the listing, so usually we ask the space owners, so instead of that amount of work, so how long, or how many weeks, or how many months the user can stay at the space. So we need to verify that, and we need to make it more simple for user to understand what they should do and how long they can stay at the space. But yeah, thank you for your feedback.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Too bad I cannot use it. I don't have any skill. This is already our last pitch. Wow. Okay. Do we have gamers in the room? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, you have a big crowd, Caroline. You need to rock it.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Sorry, I don't use Macs. Okay.
So hi, everyone. My name is Carla, for those of you who don't know me already. So before I start, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from the Philippines, and I moved to Japan about 2.5 years ago now. And when I moved here, I actually brought with me a box, probably about this big, full of board games. And it was quite a struggle for me at the beginning to find people who were interested in playing board games with me. And actually, even here, I would bring pretty much 3 different games every week to Wagon to play with my classmates. Just, you know, because I kind of wanted to get a little bit more, you know, closer with them. And also, like in the Philippines, I played a lot, and it was also difficult for me and my friends to track who wins the games, and you know, be like, oh, I have my bragging rights for this time when I won Game of Thrones. So here we have a nifty little thing called the quest board. Quest board. Oh well, so let's start first with logging you in. I made an account for pretty much the audience of Wagon. And quest board is a way to track your board game achievements, host events, join and attend events, and also have a character that you can level up and earn coins with. So over here, we have your dashboard, and you're kind of naked. You're only level 1. You just have 0 coins, and you don't have any achievements. How sad. So let's go and, you know, put on some clothes first. Okay, so what do you guys want to be, a boy or a girl?
Girl.
Girl, okay, let's be a girl. Okay, so what color hair do you want? Do you want brown hair, black hair, blonde hair?
Blonde.
Blonde, okay, blonde. Okay, what color is shirt? Come on.
Red.
Red, okay, red. Do you want pants or shorts?
No pants.
No pants? Okay, no pants. No pants is fine too. And shoes, do you want any shoes on?
Yes.
Okay, shoes. So let's save your avatar. Okay, so now I'll explain a little bit about the leveling and the coins, right? So let's go back to the homepage. And we have your leveling system, which you can, what we call quests are actually board game events. And we have a database of about 5,000 different games with different certain amounts of complexity for how much experience you earn and how many coins you earn. So now let's look for an event in Meguro. I actually made one for today called for Cards Against Humanity. Okay, so who of you guys knows Cards Against Humanity? Wow, okay, a lot of people. But for those of you who don't know, Cards Against Humanity is you have a black card and a bunch of white cards, where the black card is a question and the white card are a bunch of answers. And it can be kind of horrible, but let's see. So let's look for that quest. Okay, so let's see the details. We've got actually, you know, an event index page where basically we have the name of the quest, how far it is from you, depending on where you searched, a title that you can generate as a user, and rewards, which are experience points and coins, which you can gain for your character. So now let's see the details. There's me over there, and we actually have our 2 mates who have signed up for this event. We have Rose, James, and we have Trevor over there. Okay. So now we have a little bit of a more detailed description of what, you know, a user, which I put on this event for Wagon Demo Night, which is today. And now let's go and join this event. Okay, you have no pants still, but it's cool. I'm okay with that. You can join me. Okay, so now we're gonna play the game. So you guys will decide which one of us has a better card. So I'll get a black card. What gets better with age? So I'd like my cards for my team members, please. Okay. So what gets better with age? Dying, sexy pillow fights, crippling debt, or hot cheese. So which do you think was better, guys?
Hot cheese.
Hot cheese. Okay. So which one of us gave that card? Okay. Okay, we have our boy Trevor over here. Okay. So now, let's go and check your follow-up page we have over here. So now, here we have your quest follow-up, which is basically you confirming, which is basically you being able to claim your rewards for this event, your coins, your experience. So did you attend this event? Obviously. So let's click that. And let's choose a winner. And the winner was Trevor. So let's claim your reward. Okay, so now, over here it says you earned 146 coins and 112 XP. And if we go to the dashboard, we can see that we've leveled up to level 2. Congrats, guys. Can you give yourselves a round of applause? Okay, and you've earned some coins as well as an achievement. So welcome to the party. This is for, you gain an achievement for joining your first event. So QuestBard is a way basically that you can attend events, host them, be able to create a character personalized to you. In the future, we want to have a shop where you can buy different items for your character. And as well as being able to create real life experiences with other people, but also bring up your online persona in a kind of quirky way. So also, can I have my team up here? I'd like to thank them for all the amazing hard work that they've done. James and Trevor. Rose for the front end, James, lead developer, and also Trevor for both back end as well. And we'd also like to thank the teachers of the Wagon for all their hard work. Because without them as well, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Don't cry. I did play Cards Against Humanity. I have a horrible sense of humor. Do we have any questions in the audience? Awesome.
I didn't mean to, but I brought my Dungeon Master with me.
Oh.
I'm curious, the example that you gave, Cards Against Humanity, is more on the micro level. Do you have something more for the macro level? Something for Dungeons and Dragons campaigns?
Yes, we actually have a database, so you can search and you can create your own event particular to that. And as well as it'll also have an experience depending on the complexity of.
Does everything scale? For example, one round of Cards Against Humanity should weigh less than an entire day of gaming, for example.
Yes.
You have everything considered.
We actually want to have different, to be able to add more games to when you play, so that you can also, and have in a full game night, because sometimes you don't also play just one game. So yeah, that'll be included as well in the future. I'll take you guys into account, of course.
We're looking for members using future evangelists.
Yes.
Yes. Can you shout?
Yes. Is there a way to safeguard against people trying to stack the deck, I guess, in their favor? Like, can they just join a game and say, hey, I won?
Well, we actually also...
against the other players, was that the case?
We actually have also, so for this one, we have it so that the host of the event is the one who says like, you won, this person won this event, but then it's also a majority vote. So depending on how many people were in the game, if there was a majority for that as well. Yes.
I'm really interested in the development process. This question is pretty much for all the teams, just to reflect on, I guess. But how difficult was the conceptualization phase, and then into design, and then implementation? Did anybody run into any problems with teams or team members, and how did you guys resolve those?
Well,
that's a new experience, and was it challenging, or was it something that you guys kind of synergized and worked through?
Well, for our team in particular, we were very synergized, especially because we all really love games, and we all would constantly go out together as well. For in terms of conceptualization, we started out like a month ago, pitching our ideas actually to the class, and then whoever wanted to join a particular one could come and join that one. So they wanted to join, and I was just like, yeah. We didn't really encounter any problems in terms of like the team not being synergized. So I can't.
How did you come up with your concept or idea first to pitch to the individual members of the bootcamp for them to kind of vote on what they want to participate in based on their interests?
So it got further refined later on, but I was just talking about not being able to meet enough people and wanting to have like an avatar that you could, you know, dress up, level up. And then we were able to further develop the leveling system and the coins, and we figured out we could find data with regards to like board games. We found a database for that as well. So in terms of that, it's, yeah.
Any other questions? Very good.
Yeah.
Maybe the last one over there.
Oh, yeah.
My question is kind of similar to the one I asked earlier. By the way, my name is Nate. I founded a company called Humble Bunny. We're looking for developers. Talk to me. I can't talk to all of you. There's just too many. The app is very pocketed, right? Like you're requiring communities to be together or living nearby each other. Are you thinking, if you guys take this to the next step, are you going to focus it on specific communities, maybe start in Tokyo, or how do you, I mean, game boards, there's probably plenty of them, but how do you build these communities?
Well, I already know several people who would be willing to try it out, and like people who actually want to because they want to, you know, meet other people as well who want to board game. There are meetups as well in Tokyo that, and for people that do that. And I've joined a few of them, like some in Shimokitazawa, some in Sugimo. So it's actually, it's a huge market just in general, just because it's like one of the most widely funded Kickstarters, board games are, as well as the fact that, you know, at the beginning I didn't have a lot of people to play with, but sooner or later I started building groups of them. And what I actually want to do is be able to create like more, you could create private or public events, which will allow other users to have like, to be able to still level up their characters, but still be with their own set of friends. But if they want to meet new people, they can, you know, open them up for other people as well.
Mainly word of mouth.
Huh? Yeah, I think so. Like for now, mainly word of mouth. We want to be able to,
Board game cafes?
yeah, board game cafes as well. There's, you know, it's a growing thing now in Tokyo. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. I think we can give a
Position.
Yeah, I need to get this as well. So just time for me to switch the mic. Okay. Thank you. We need this. I want to get this.
My new profile picture.
Yeah, so I will try to guess. I guess the first one is maybe... Okay, thank you. Sylvain, Dimitri? Nico? Francisco? Rob? Maria? And Jason, over there. Thanks a lot, everybody. So that's 20 students, 9 nationalities, as many languages, as many backgrounds, as many profiles. And they were all here 2 months ago, right 2 months ago, for the first time, coming to learn programming, coming to learn product development, product design, coming to learn how to use all that in teams, and to see that, and all the teams, all the projects after only 9 days. I've been saying that a lot for the past few hours and even the past few days, but really amazing job. We are all super, super proud of what you've achieved in a couple of weeks. So really congratulations to you, all the teams. And of course, as usual, that wouldn't have been possible or much more difficult without the help and the support of the fantastic teaching team that we had as well for this batch. So some of them, most of them, I think, are actually here in the room tonight. Some of them went back to Shanghai, went back to Vietnam, went back to Paris to teach as well. But I would like to give a big thank you and a big up to many people. Actually, I've got a list because we had quite a lot of people and I don't want to forget anybody. So, yeah, that many. So a big, big thank you to Dimitri, who is not here tonight, is in France, to Hide, to Cole, to Owen, to Rob, to Nicola, to Francisco, to Maria, to Jason, to Matt here, and to Genki, who were here. So thank you very much for your help, guys. So as usual, after the graduation, all the students will take different tracks. Some of them will go the freelance way, some of them will go the startup way, some of them will be looking for jobs in Tokyo, so that's good to know that there is some interest. I can really testify that they've been working super hard. You've been able to see that tonight. They learn an insane amount of information in a really short time, and now they would like to keep on learning while applying all this on real life application. So please, tonight, don't miss the opportunity to connect, to get in touch with them, to discuss, to see if there is a match, if there is anything that maybe you could collaborate on. Some of our graduates actually found their current employers in previous demo days. So please do get in touch, and luckily, hopefully, we'll have some nice stories to tell during the next demo day. So before finishing, just a couple of updates on our side as the Wagon in Tokyo. So first, our next batch is actually starting on January 15th. We still have a couple of seats, so if you have any questions, if you want to hear any information, please feel free to get in touch with Sylvain or myself, with some teachers, with even some students, and we'll be very happy to get back to you. A big news is that we will be launching for the very first time in January as well a small batch in Japanese. So all the dates, all the material, all the platform, all the community, everything will be exactly similar, but the teaching will be done in Japanese by Japanese teachers. So same, if you have any questions, please do get in touch or shoot us an email through the website. And the final thing is our team is growing, keeps on growing, and we are currently looking for a community manager. Someone Japanese native who would help us and be in charge of expanding, of engaging and bringing the best experience to our Japanese community. So if you are this person, or if you know this person, please get in touch as well, and we'll be very happy to follow up. And now, to finish, it's always with a bit of emotion that we close the batch. That we will close this batch 94. So I would like to proceed to the usual graduation gift, and I would like to invite all the students to the stage. And the teachers as well. Come on, teachers. If you can access the stage. And yeah, so we have a little something for you, again, for you not to forget us too quickly when you go back to your daily lives. And while we are giving the t-shirts, I would like to say a final thank you again to our most trusted partners. So again, thank you to Impact Hub, always for your help. Thank you to Computer Futures and 500 Startups for all the support on the recruitment side. Thank you to Gengo, to Andreas, I don't know if he's here tonight, but who came, the CTO at Gengo, who came to help on the project. The Stripe team, the customer support Stripe team, who came this Monday to help on the project. And again, all the speakers who came here during the many events that we had during this batch. They really help us as well to give back to the community, and that's really awesome. So I'm going to stop now. Thank you very much for coming tonight. And please do enjoy the beers, do enjoy the food, do enjoy the party, and see you very soon during one of our next events. Thank you very much.